Hello everyone, Draken Wasp here, and I decided to actually do just a review this time. I want to do one of Doom Eternal. It's been a while since I actually beaten the game, and sorry it's taking so long for me to actually get up this review, but hey, here it is. So, I'll just go ahead and start off by saying this. Doom Eternal is much better than Doom 2016 for me. It doesn't just play better, it actually looks better, there are more things to do, and the soundtrack is actually better if that was even possible, surprisingly enough. One minute you're fighting waves of demons on Earth, the next minute you're fighting them in space, and then some other areas that I won't quite spoil for you. The movement feels a little slowed down, but the fights are more intense as they throw waves and waves of demons at you, all wanting to sort of see your insides turned out, basically. Thankfully, the game does give you an arsenal of tools and new traversal mechanics to help keep you alive during all of this. It starts off simple enough. You have a shotgun for close range, a heavy cannon for long range, and you kind of build a small arsenal from there, each having two secondary firing modes. That combined with the shoulder-mounted grenade launchers that give you a blood punch, a chainsaw, two new dashes, or a dash that you can use twice, sorry. And then they have monkey bars throughout each kind of arena, and even some platforming that actually really help you in your traversal. And all of that adds layer after layer to the puzzle that can be the combat at times. In Doom, movement is key. In stopping, you die. You take too long to think, and you die. Everything works together to make an absolutely chaotic battlefield. Most of the demons have a weak point that can significantly reduce the threat that they have, and they can really alter fights in your favor, especially if you're in some tough situations there. You can shoot a sticky grenade from a shotgun on like an arachnotron, and it'll destroy the gun turrets on his back. You can destroy the arm cannons of a mancubus and weaken their firepower. The cacodemons and the pain demons are weak to the ballista. And these are just a few of the weaknesses that you have to sort of exploit and really control the flow of battle. You also get the flamethrower. You can use it to help set enemies on fire, of course, but it also has them trickling armor pieces for you as you damage them. Another shoulder-mounted weapon would be the freeze grenade and the frag grenade. You can switch between the two of them. You time all of these well, and the enemies will be spawning health and armor at much needed times, actually. As stated earlier, Doom Eternal doesn't just make the enemies' encounters tense, it makes the puzzle out of them, really. Ammo can be scarce during a lot of your lengthy fights, but luckily they do give you a chainsaw. In Doom 2016, they had the chainsaw there, but it didn't really feel like it really had to use it that often, honestly. This time, it is essential during a lot of your lengthy bouts. You'll constantly be running out of ammo, but they do give you infinitely respawning enemies as a way of sort of continuing. If you're running out, just look around for a smaller enemy to use a chainsaw on, and you'll be good to go. It fits well and is blended well with the regular fast-paced combat they have. You might say that's all good news and everything, but what about outside of combat, the exploration? I'm here to tell you that it's actually pretty good. It's a nice distraction from all the run and gun gameplay. In terms of secrets, there are a ton of them, with a nice variety of things you can collect, from helpful ones like suit upgrades and weapon upgrades, and even soundtracks and cheats. I mean, they have cheats you can actually find and unlock in the game. It's been a while, at least for me, since we've actually had something like that. It's pretty cool, actually. Anyways, for your upgrades, you find like runes that can alter how you play, the Praetor coins that can help you modify your suit and whatnot, upgrades that help with exploration and fights. Weapon mods you unlock to you can use to unlock one or two of the secondary firing modes. There are also crystals you can use to upgrade your health, armor, and ammo. Aside from that, they do have Slayer gates and secret encounters that do add some more to combat if, you know, the usual isn't enough for you, really. The platforming and puzzles used to get all of this and whatnot progresses is okay. For me, it was a little hit or miss. Most of the time it was enjoyable, but a few of the late game ones were kind of a little annoying. Control-wise, the movement itself is pretty smooth as you feel like you're kind of gliding across the ground in sort of a constant run state, really. They feel nice outside of a few unregistered button presses during some of the exploration, but controls work pretty good. All the guns shoot and feel pretty unique. Buttons are mapped well and nothing is really too complicated. Lastly, I will go over the story, the graphics, and the soundtrack a little bit. Surprisingly enough, they actually put some thought into the story this time, even the lore. It's not going to win any awards, but what's there is done pretty well. It's straightforward and doesn't have any real plot twists. They do a great job of explaining everything that's going on, and it takes place after Doom 2016. Hell is officially invading Earth, and it's up to Doom Guy to stop them, really. You do this by hunting down the Hell Priest to stop the ritual, and I'm not really going to say much more than that, because it will be a little bit of a spoiler. It's nothing too big, but still, I don't want to spoil too much for you. The interesting part, though, is what they do with the lore. Most of the background of most of your kind of background story and whatnot that you get with everything comes in the form of the codex pages you find, and there are actually a lot of them. I didn't read too many of them, but there are quite a few. The environments are a treat in many ways. Towering demons in ruined cities, space battles on Phobos, and snow-covered bases, and more. The environments are somewhat varied, but still look like they have a place in the universe. All of them look great. I didn't really notice too many texture pop-ins, but I did have a glitch once or twice where I was doing a glory kill on a demon, and he just kind of looked like he glitched through the wall. It's kind of weird, but overall it wasn't too bad. The soundtrack, it's just as good as the first, really. It's somewhat, for me, it's a little bit of mixed feelings. There's more varied here than what was in 2016, but I'm not really sure I've heard much on the level of the BFG division. Not sure how Mick Gordon does it, but it actually fits very well with the combat and the pacing. Each track is great for the areas that they do play in and make it all the more thrilling when you do actually get through a tough fight. So one last thing I did want to mention is they do have a hub world called the Fortress of Doom, funnily enough. It's basically a place where you can kind of, mainly for like some downtime, you have some things you can actually unlock. And there are some secrets that are actually there for available for you to find and whatnot. And there's another kind of arena down at the bottom of the fortress that you can use to sort of practice out the weapons you get throughout the campaign and whatnot. But overall, the campaign, what I would say is, I would definitely highly recommend it for people who are looking for just something to kind of sit down, play, something that's really fast paced, but still has a little bit of a challenge to it. There are some glitches here and there and some little problems that I've had with it. There's nothing to really keep me from actually recommending it for somebody. If I had to give it a rating, it would probably be around, I'd say a 9, somewhere there, because like I said, it was something that was really enjoyable. A lot of your collectibles that you can, just a little bit of a warning, you can go ahead and get most of those all on your first run through, even the first time you're doing the missions and whatnot, just kind of looking through carefully in that. But there are still cheat codes in that if you want to replay some of the missions. Then they do have some like kind of master levels you can unlock, and it just kind of remixes things up a little bit. But overall, it was definitely a fun and enjoyable experience. That should be it for this review. Any feedback that anybody would have would be appreciated. Like I said, this is the first time I've really done something like this, really trying to do a full actual review here, and just let me know if there's something that you did not like, if I talked too fast, or something I didn't quite go over. Like I said, this is kind of new for me here, but other than that, like, subscribe. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. I will definitely be looking forward to the feedback on that one there, and I hope everybody has a blessed evening, has a blessed day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.